Oh, welcome. I'm glad you've come. I've been waiting for you for a long time. I don't even know how long it's been so long. I'm just so glad you're here. You see, today is the first day of a very important mission of mine. It's one that I've undertaken over and over again throughout the years, and it just it just never seems to never not get done. And so I've come to you to try to fulfill this mission. Um, this one time, or many times. It depends. We'll see how it goes, really. But if you just join me for a moment as I work out the nerves, liquid nerve worker outer. I come to you today with, as I mentioned, a very particular set of skills. And I wish to employ those skills for your entertainment. Or my entertainment. I guess it's all really the same because I'm a solipsist. What I'm trying to say is I'm here to do the first in a series of readings from Catorce. And I hope that you will accept this in the spirit in which it's intended, which is in no spirit at all. And so take that as you will. So, before I begin, I just wanted to say a few things. Letters, chalkboard, punching bag, couch. Thank you. All right, well, so let me just thumb through this little tome that I have before me and try to select a reading that I think is really appropriate for the evening. I'm just thumbing through, and I found a good one. In fact, I found the only good one, so this may be the first and the last in the series, but we never know. Maybe tomorrow will be another day. Maybe it won't. We shall see. So, without further ado, let me pause for a moment and describe the scenario for you. It's Monday, October the 22nd, 2018. The sun is in the sky, or maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. And I sat down this day to pen, in the theoretical sense of penning, of course. There was no pens involved. Don't be silly. I sat down to type this missive, and I honestly don't know what I was thinking. So let me just read it to you and have you be the judge. Actually, let me be the judge. You can be the jury. Actually, scratch that. I'll be the judge and the jury, and you can be the television reporter outside saying what happened, however it went. All right. Anyway, let me begin. Greg Bailey, 5 years. Well, Greg, you've really done it now. Just when all of us were sitting pretty, resting on our proverbial laurels, consuming the sweet, nectary fruits of our labors, enjoying a brief respite, and trying to, rejuvenate and recalibrate, and maybe even reinvigorate or regurgitate. But no, not now. Gregory, may I call you Gregory? Just when everyone else is warm and comfortable, sleepy and happy, like after a delicious Thanksgiving meal, you, in your typical Time Lord fashion, are raising the bar for everyone else, raising the roof like it's on fire, and raising Cain like some kind of neo-post-liberal biblical mythos from the ancient times. No one has ever considered working for 5 consecutive years. No one could have fathomed even that this possibility could ever have possibly existed. No one could have framed such a thought, let alone willed it into reality. No one but you. And it's because you're an engineer, Cheers to that. Am I right? It's because you're an engineer. There are so precious few of them these days. After the war of the arts and sciences wiped out most of our kind, it's just, well, it brings tears to my eyes. Not from sadness, but from a deep and visceral memory of how artists just love to use tear gas to disperse groups of engineers. So long after the war, my eyes still sting when I think about it. But we stand strong, we engineers. We have learned to adapt, to keep our logical prowess and unbelievably soothing singing voices hidden, as we pretend to be anything we're not. I once saw Greg feign in front of a skeptical gaggle of musicians not to know every prime less than the 100th Fibonacci number. For a minute there, I thought his number was up, proverbially speaking. The strain on his face as he forced himself not to recite them was visible and telling. But thankfully for all of us, his will and his raw talent won out, and the masses accepted him at that moment as a mere mortal, a non-engineer's non-engineer, and a real mensch. And that's what we love about you, Greg. Aside from your height, that is. You're human. It's really quite inspiring. Whenever I stop to think about all the things that have happened to us over the years, I always return to that. Humanity. It truly is the one thing that makes us what we are, you know? Whether you're an engineer or something else, the uniting factor that brings us close, binds us together, keeps us sane, is that we have the exact genetic makeup that we have, or something similar to that, but a little bit different. With so much strife in the world, and with so few engineers, and with so much that we have yet to fix, it's great that we here at GoDaddy have Greg. He will help us. He will unite us in song, code solutions to our most pressing problems, champion the underdog as suits him, emerge victorious from all relevant battles, keep tabs on the latest and greatest stuff, remember to close the door behind him in the summertime so we can enjoy reasonably non-catastrophic electric bills, encourage us in our nutty plans, provide sanity where anti-sanity reigns, remind us to change our air filters at a regular cadence, and perform the noble duties of his profession and calling with calm astuteness, temerity, vigor, emphasis, dramatic flourish, candor, baseline excitement, and so much more. Happy 5 years with us, Greg. Since 5 is a prime number, it's even more special than it otherwise would have been. Next year, though, well, we'll cross that bridge when we must. Eddie. It really is memorable in a kind of forgettable way, really. And I thank you for spending this evening with me and this nondescript bottle next to me and this nondescript liquid in this nondescript glass in this nondescript room, this nondescript universe. I really do appreciate everything that I've done for you. I mean, everything that you've done for me. Whoever you are, because I don't have any idea now. I'm recording this. I don't know who you are. It's silly. I can't believe you thought that. Anyway, good evening, and thank you for attending the very first of many, or perhaps not many, readings from Catorce. Cheers.